I've got so many memories of Mum. I don't really know where to start. I remember growing up as a child, all my friends being really jealous because I had a mum that played with us, that did things with us, that came into the back garden and skipped with us and played ball with us and did all the things that made us happy and made our childhood happy. And as I grew older, I had a mother that I could always turn to, that was always there to help me and support me no matter what I was going through. She was my rock. She will always be my rock, and I will always love her and miss her dearly.
3 words to describe Grandma.
Playful and loving and strict.
That's bang on.
Loving, sporty and caring.
Aww. If you could go back and tell Grandma your last words, what would it be?
How is it with Malachi? Goodbye.
Thank you and we love you.
So, Grandma didn't have a pet name for me. However, for a long time, I generally thought my nickname was Listen Me, because she was always, listen me. But then when I realised she started calling everyone that, it was just like, okay, everyone listen me too, you know? But yeah, no, it was a shared pet name, I'm afraid.
Unaccustomed as I am to speaking in public, I just want to thank you for a number of things. One being giving me 6 siblings, taught me how to beg, steal and borrow. So I'm able to get on with groups of people. I thank you for giving me my twin sister. I'm able to work with people on a one-to-one level. Socially, it's not a problem at all. Challenging people, I'm able to deal with. Funny enough, social services, the police, ambulance, you name it, refer the most difficult of cases to me. And this is because I'm able to deal with people no matter where they come from, no matter what walk of life. And I thank you for that, Mum. I honestly do. We lived in an open house. Anyone came in and out, all our friends, morning, noon and night, weekends. It wasn't party, but it was socializing. And you taught us how to cook, and you didn't teach us how to clean because you just put us in the kitchen. But you know what, Mum? That put me at the top of my game. It honestly did, because now I'm presenting with Tommy Walsh and Asha for BBC One prime time. I told you about this and you were so excited. So they just want to say a quick hi.
It's been said that, Marge, you've been wanting to see the show. So I just want to give you a wave and say it's out now, and I'm sure you'll see it. Good luck, mate.
And the transformations Maxine has done is beautiful, out of this world.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the same without Maxine.
No, she's worked really hard and created a wonderful reputation for herself. And it's very well deserved. Marge, I'm sure you're going to be really, really proud.
Following on from that, Mum, thank you for trusting me in particular, because when I was 16, I had an exam. And I said, Mum, can I borrow your car? I'm late for my exam. Well, you weren't going to drop me. So guess what? You let me drive the car up the steep Ashburnham Hill in the snow. Not a problem at all. I made it there, scared, because I didn't know how to get it up the hill, and to get it down was a problem. I think the snow may have melted by then, but I don't think it had. So it was fear. Thank you, Mum. The car came back in one piece, and I'm grateful for that, Mum. One last thing. Growing up, they said, me and you, I look like you. Well, Mum, you're not bad looking after all. And guess what? It gets even better. They said your son, he looks like me. So, mother, you're pretty. Mum, I love you heaps, and miss you, and we'll take care of Dad for you, Mum. Take care. Good night.
So my memory of Grandma is like someone who would act like they hate to be squeezed and touched by anyone, but wouldn't mind if you hugged her or squeezed her like every now and then. She would slap you and say like get off, but really she liked it. One of my favourite memories of her was we were sitting in church one day and she was questioning me about why I hadn't been baptised yet, or why I hadn't got up to be baptised yet, or like gone down to the front. And so like I literally had no words for her. So she was like, so just go now, just go, just why are you thinking about it, just do it. So I said, would you come with me? So we both went down to the front together and she like held my hand while I was there. It was really emotional for me, but it was one of those moments when I was really grateful to have her there. And then obviously a few months later I was baptised and Grandma spoke while I was standing in the water. One thing that I'll forever remember about Grandma, before Grandma became like real Grandma, she used to wear like the highest heels I'd ever seen in my whole entire life. So when I was younger, I used to see her walking with her open-toed heeled shoes and her tights, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's what I want to aspire to. So then when I got older, I started wearing all these heels, and then Grandma obviously transitioned to her kitten heels into her low sandals, but really I got my love of heels from Grandma. I think one thing that I would love to tell Grandma, like right now if I could get to see her today, was that I love you and I miss you, and I wish that I could literally squeeze you like one last time, because I don't think I ever told you that I love you, but you are my grandma, so obviously I do.
I think my favourite memory of Grandma was probably like at church when she's gone up to like preach and stuff. But I think that would be one of my favourites, because like you would never see her without a happy face in church. Like always with a happy face. So I think that would be one of my favourites.
Okay, I think my favourite memory of Grandma was in the garden with us making mud pies. She was just so into it. Like she was always just like, yeah, we'd make these nasty mud pies from the apple tree and then put apples in and go running into the house and be like, Grandma, eat it, look what we've made you. And like we knew deep down in our hearts that this was some dirty mud pie, but she still just played along with the foolishness that we did. It was just, yeah, it was the best. Like I just appreciated her for those like little small things that, you know, she was really kind of involved with us. And she was also very loving. She was very nurturing. You know, I always felt her love, like, above everything. And just her presence as well. Like, it was just... She just had this kind of... I don't like to say it, but like this godly figure, like this awe about her that she was just... had a strong presence. Like you'd see her and you wouldn't ever forget her, you know. She was just everything. What do I think her legacy would be? I think it would definitely be us. I think looking at my gran, her biggest thing was to make sure that we were all in church. And to be honest, now with her passing, more than ever in my life, I want to be in church. Sorry, I feel really emotional about this. But yeah, I want to be in church for her. Like, I do. I want to change my life for her. Yeah. So that she can understand that I live for her.
What's your favourite memory of Grandma?
When we were at church and me, Billy, Antoine, all of us, we would all like go upstairs and Grandma would catch us. She would start shaking us and say, listen to me, listen. And then we go send back down.
And then how would you describe Grandma?
A sporty woman and a kind woman and a grumpy woman, because sometimes she's just miserable.
Tell me about that treasure hunt. What did you do first to go on the treasure hunt?
So first we're making a maps. So me and Casey are making a maps. First we draw a long map, go round and round and round. And we found a leg.
JJ, what was the map about?
Finding body parts about Grandma.
Really? So you were actually looking for Grandma's body parts. Good. What were you feeling?
Good. I was feeling good because we find a leg, we find a hand, and next we find some of the things. We find some eyes.
Why were you looking for Grandma's body parts? That's what I really want to know.
Where we was finding Grandma's body parts because we love her. And she passed away, so we love her. We also find all her body parts in the whole world. We put Grandma together and then we see her again. I would say
All right, bye. Say bye.
bye.
Mum, I used to call you every day going to work. Life is not the same now. I've got no one to call, but your memory lives on. I do miss you so much. We will be reunited one day. Furthermore, a fond memories, you and I remember one time we went to football when we were to Jamaica and the Reggae Boys, and you bought your sweet corn and your bread and we were eating it together and laughing. And growing up, watching all the boxing, all the football, all the sports with you. Those times I miss with you. As well, I've got so many memories of you I could go on, but love you, miss you, and we will be reunited.
My life would change without her, is that I don't have anyone to fix me up on a Sabbath morning.
Life would change without her because I won't see her happy face anymore.
My life will change without her to just see Granddad sitting by himself. And when in worship we sing Grandma's favourite songs and he starts crying.
My life will change without Grandma because she used to convince me to go to church when I was tired and she made me go to church even though I didn't want to.
What were some of the phrases that Grandma always used to say?
Listen me! Fix!
You lot! Behave yourself!
If you could have one more chance to speak to her, what would you want to tell her?
Tell God that I deserve in heaven and I love you.
That I got my medicine and that I love you.
That Granddad cries without you. That I'll give you more respect. And I love you.
I love
Then
you.
we should give her more respect.
But please, stop beating us.
All this because you don't want the lights off. Grandma turned off the lights. Save the environment. Turn it off, Grandma. Turn it off. All this because you don't want the lights off. Look at this. Quick, turn them off. Quick, yay!
Okay, Granddad. Sorry. Everyone getting beaten, pretend not to lie. Favourite memory of Grandma would have to be her. Well, me and her planning her wedding/birthday party, and she kept on just saying, "Left me, leave me." And then actually her walking through the doors and seeing all her family and friends and just her face and, you know, the excitement in her face, I think that
You look amazing. You look lovely.
You look amazing.
And Lauren will be so proud to see you.
She will.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
You are so deceiving. My favourite memory of Grandma is just seeing the smile on her face and like seeing how happy she would be when she's surrounded by all her loved ones. That would really make her happy.
Definitely. I think her legacy would be family. Definitely is to me, you know. The way she is with Aunt Cleric, it's kind of rubbed off on like me and Kimberly, how we are with Tyrone even. Yeah, definitely family rings a bell. When I see my other like friends' families compared to how our family is, it's because of Grandma. This is why we are the way we are, so definitely. For me, the song that reminds me of Grandma, I believe it's 373 in the hymnal, Seek Ye the Lost. I don't know if that's the right one, but I believe so anyway.
Seeking the lost.
Seeking the Lost. So when we was younger and we used to have AYS, there was a bunch of us, I'm not going to mention no names, and we always used to call out that song. That song. And Grandma used to get so mad with us at the end of the day, let someone else choose a song. Why do you always have to choose the same song? We used to do it on purpose because we knew she'd get wound up. But yeah, that was my funniest memory of her, the song that reminds me of her the most.
When I think of Grandma and funny stories, I think about her driving and not seeing anybody. But yeah, what's yours?
Yeah, Grandma was like the slowest driver ever. You could probably walk faster than her driving. And the songs she used to listen to on the way to church, I will never forget that.